H-60 Black Hawk helicopters. To get a little technical, they're called the M or Mike model, which means they're one of the newer helicopters in the Army's fleet. We just received these within the last year or so. So our pilots are very excited to be flying some of the newest helicopters. They're fantastic utility helicopters that can assist not only transporting people and cargo, but they're essential to help state government in the event of wildfires. In fact, these helicopters have the capability of putting the buckets on them so that they can assist putting out forest fire. Camp Ripley being 53,000 acres, we can have up to 2 brigades training. That's about 10,000 soldiers at one time. We can house more than 10,000 here in our different billeting facilities. So it's a real practical training location that can have a lot of service members and also state agencies.
I'm here with Colonel Olson, and we've come to Camp Ripley here. Colonel, what's your role when it comes to what we're doing here today?
Well, we really wanted to make sure we showcase Camp Ripley, which is our state-owned 53,000 acre facility that not only trains the National Guard and other military forces, but also is an essential part of our state government's training. The Department of Natural Resources, the Department of Public Safety, the Department of Transportation, Corrections. This is where we gather to train to make sure that we're of assistance to the citizens of Minnesota.
So we made it to Camp Ripley. The flight was great, really smooth. My first helicopter ride, I loved it. Now we've been taken by bus to this facility where we're going to get to play some incredible video game. We'll take a look. Go inside.
And this is the engagement skills training, okay? It is used for small arms training. Okay, go ahead, stand up behind the weapon and pick it up. If you drop it, don't worry about tossing it in and get it repaired, okay? If you push it twice, magazine. Grab a magazine. Third part forward and the spring part in first. That's how you do it, okay? Bolt goes forward.
Well, one of the essential ways that we train our service members and our law enforcement professionals is through our simulation center. So we have an engagement skills trainer that trains the essentials and fundamentals of operating small weaponry.
One of those silver bullets right there is what it shoots, and it's actually a grenade.
Well, we just got done with the simulator, giant video game. I did okay, but it was quite challenging and a lot of fun, actually, so I can see why a lot of the military personnel enjoy that experience. So right over here is Minnesota's largest all-solar field, and soon this will be able to power up this whole Camp Ripley facility, so it's pretty impressive here, no doubt.
It'll be able to not only power the base here, but also 3,000 homes throughout Morrison County. So it's a fantastic public and private partnership with Minnesota Power to make sure that we are net zero. That means the energy that we use is created right here on base.
I think we're going to stop by the museum, which I'm told is just incredible.
The museum is open to the public. All you need is adults need a valid driver's license or a form of identification to come through the gate, and we're just located 1 mile north of the main gate. We've been here since about 1976 when the museum was formed as a non-profit organization. So we are a 501c3 organization with the mission of preserving and protecting artifacts of Minnesota veterans and people that have served in Minnesota. We represent all branches: Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Merchant Marines, and Coast Guard. And we have exhibits from frontier days to present day. July 22nd, we have a World War I exhibit that's opening up. I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek in the World War I exhibit.
We get a sneak peek.
So the shot that people will see when they walk in the door
Oh my gosh.
is looking at a trench that is kind of the center of the exhibit. Then you can walk around to the back side of that and look through it. But we'll have 5 or 6 audiovisual different films playing in here at the, with headsets, and it'll be a pretty good example of World War I. So now you're coming into what we call it's kind of our walkthrough history. It's all self-interpretation. It's interpreted very well. Our curatorial staff is very good. They put together some good information. This is an exhibit that changes over every month. It's a featured veteran exhibit. Then it's a way for us to display some of the artifacts that we have on individual Minnesotans who have served over the years.
Thanks again. Wow. That was a very cool experience. I'd love to come back here and spend some more time, and I think I will. And don't forget this cool July event that we got to take a sneak peek of. That was pretty special. But like he said in there, it's all about the stories, not just the stuff, but the stories behind all of those things that are in this museum. It's really quite remarkable. I highly recommend you come up and check it out for yourself. Glad we did. Now it's time to board the bus. We'll be going back on the helicopter.
Camp Ripley is indeed a gem. It's a premier training center for our warriors and also for our public safety official. There's really nothing like it certainly in the upper Midwest because we don't have any public highways that intersect it. We have control of the airspace over here, so we can practice with our unmanned aerial surveillance and also with our military and military helicopters. So it's a great facility in that regard.